Good evening, friends. Today we are going to learn about the communication skills. You can see a round thought over there, and then there's Google generation, all the symbols that are there. And today we are known for communicating into various kind of modes that we use through mobiles, through net, through TV, through medias, a lot of things that we see. But in all of this, communication is something that is most important. If a person doesn't know how to communicate well, he cannot put his thoughts properly into the words, then the person will be a struggler. Well, the Bible says, a wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fools walk in darkness. It's so true that many a times, even though we are very smart, we may be very educated, but yet we may miss on having our eyes, the eyes of our thoughts, correctly. And so, if we are not able to keep our thoughts in track, we would definitely be leading ourselves into darkness. Let's see about this communication skills. It talks about, this slide is showing so clearly about these professionals. They're so vibrant, so presentable, well dressed, well behaved manner. They know how to carry themselves, and all of these things are so clear and so good. But in all of these, they know how to communicate, because only when a person is a good communicator will the company also be ready to invest into him to be a part of their company. Now, let's glance through these important words in communication skill. Master communication skills, or listening, or business communications, or non-verbal communication, effective body language, or cross communications, well or good communication, a message. All of these have to be. These are all dependent on the empathic, or cultural, or listening. But all of these are different modes of communication that we use, or different forms of communication we use. But among everything, listening is one of the most important part, which we often lose. There are verbal communications that we use, as we saw in that previous slide. And so here is this old game, this that is talked about, telephone. And if we are asked, in this game, to put one sentence, and then next team member keep on whispering from one to the other person, and to the last person. Once it reaches, then that last person has everyone has the other, and then we come up the person who would be the first one to say, the one who would have given the message would absolutely be translated into a different form than what the actual message was by the time it reaches the last person. And so is the moral behind this, sorry, that the communication has to be really clear, or our message has to be communicated clear enough and translated by the person who is understanding. Then it would really. Next one is the non-verbal communication. In the lawn, each of the group are requested to come lining or the descending order, or sometimes they are asked to line up with beginning with their birthdays, and so on. So again, the hard verbal communication is up to 65% that a person uses communication part. And if our in our communication, if we only use words, that is not enough, because we speak quite a lot without saying a single word, or whether we are uh, you know saying agreeing to it or disagreeing for it, or our movements or our appearance, the eye contact, gestures, the body language that we use, all of these put together, they show the non-verbal communication, which is a bigger picture of the entire communication. So may God bless you. I'll just conclude here. All the best. God bless.